Alright, hello everybody, Deadmau5 here, and I am back with actually a scrap mechanic video. I know it's been a while, but I figured I might as well do some sort of video. I've been doing live streams lately just because it's been easy, but thought I might as well do a video after a while. But we're back with scrap mechanic, and I have these two sort of random cars, at least the one to the right of me is, or I guess it'd be left, but anyway, this is a car that one of the YouTubers that I watch actually built. It's a go-kart. They didn't actually build this like in this game, but he built it in real life. So I figured I might as well go ahead and tell you what I mean by that. So on this car, it's got just normal double wishbone suspension. This is the first like actual thing that I did. This was the first one. Oh, whoops. This is the first one. And it was mostly just a test to see if I could get the suspension working. Now, you're probably thinking this is just a normal suspension, ain't it? Well, actually, it's not. There's two different arms right here, as you can see, that each of these arms go ahead and move individually of itself, basically making them sort of like a double wishbone suspension, independent suspension thing. It doesn't work exactly like the original just because of how hard it was to actually get the thing to work properly. And you'll see how I actually had to get it to work on there to make it different, but we can go ahead and drive this one around. This one just has normal double wishbone suspension in the front, and then it's got the new suspension in the back. I don't think I have the engine set properly. Oh geez, yeah, that engine's off. That probably makes sense. Oh, engine's not connected to anything. What did I do? Oh, I somehow disconnected it. Crap, connect! Okay, thank God it was going in reverse. You guys didn't see that. So it's, okay. But yeah, so on this car it doesn't work all too well because I actually had to figure out the original car that the YouTuber that I watch made has the suspension working completely differently. With how scrap mechanic physics work and all that, the tires have so much torque that it actually pulls the suspension down. So as you can see, like if I go in reverse, the suspension actually is working properly. But once I go forward, it jumps up like that and doesn't want to really work. It also doesn't, the suspension also is really bulky and everything just because of how I had to make it. But, so it doesn't work exactly properly like it should, but we're only going to spend a few minutes in this car because it ain't really the head of things. Oh, and by the way, I have like a couple modded parts on here just because it was easy and made it look a lot better. What is my printer doing? Okay, I don't know what that was. My printer just did something random. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and park this one back and pull it back into here. So, I went ahead, took this, and made it into this. Now, the suspension is really high in the front, just because you'll see in a minute, the suspension has to be, just with the way it's moving. Okay, hang on, let me turn my stupid printer off. Alright, anyway, so, I had to make the suspension sort of high just to sort of get it to work properly, and as you can see, I had to put those stoppers down there. But, besides that, this suspension, the front suspension, I just kind of winged it and kind of took it off the double wishbone suspension that, I think, was it MGM made? I forget who exactly made it, but it's this. So, basically it just has, it's like double wishbone suspension, but it has no suspension glitch, which is really nice, so that when you go ahead and, you know, do stuff like this, the car doesn't want to go with it. Now, same can't be seen for the rear, but anyway, point is, oh shoot. Now, there you kind of saw what I was just about to say. So, on the original version, it's rear-wheel drive. But because of how the suspension, if you guys saw how the suspension was acting there, where, unless you went in reverse, the suspension didn't really work properly. So, I had to figure that out, and the way I figured out to fix it was to make it front-wheel drive. In that case, it's not really that realistic compared to the original, but it was the best thing I could get, okay? So, yeah. Let's go ahead and drive this thing, because this thing's actually a lot of fun to drive. I actually spent, I think it was like almost an hour just driving it, because it was so much fun. Wow, that is kind of loud. Oh. So, yeah. I turned the auto down a little bit, but so yeah, I had to go ahead and make it front-wheel drive to go ahead and get it to work properly. And as you can see, it actually works really well. The suspension absorbs everything, as you can see. And you guys might think, like, the suspension is really soft. But actually, I think it's on like 8 or 9. Like, it's on quite high of a suspension, like stiffness. Right here is where rear-wheel drive would come into play. But like I said, the suspension works better without it. So I went ahead and opted for the front-wheel drive to have a little bit less torque. But I'm trying to get up here so that you guys can go ahead and really see where it works. Now, there is a little bit of a suspension glitch that happens in the back just because of how scrap mechanic physics are. There's nothing I can do to fix it. It's just how scrap mechanic physics are, like I said. But as you can see, the suspension working exactly like it's supposed to. We are having a little bit of trouble because of power. I made it up here when I tried the first time. I don't know why I can't do it now. Of course, now that I'm recording. I made it up here multiple times, actually. Here we go. Come on, go up. I made it up here before. Why can I not do it this time? What is the difference? Come on. Oh my god, are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, you know what? Just go down the hill. But yeah, the suspension actually works really well. If I can go ahead and show that off here, let me just go ahead and get down here and I'll show you guys what I mean. Now, there is a few bugs with it, which I'll show in a minute, but otherwise that, it's really good. But as you can see, if I go ahead and grab my lift here and lift it up, the suspension is fully independent. If I go ahead and stick my lift here, as you can see, all 4 tires sit on the ground. And that's what's really cool about the suspension compared to like independent or dependent suspensions, or whatever you want to consider them. But normally that would be a little bit softer, but again, with how scrap mechanics work, that's just how it works. But as you can see, I mean, that's insane. And normally the body would be straight on the normal, you know, suspension, but just how I had to make it, you know, it did that. But point is, yeah, as you can see, a little bit of suspension glitch, but point is it's really good. And I know it kind of seems pointless. Why wouldn't you just make, you know, all double wishbone suspension all over the place? But, you know, I just figured this would be more fun. But as you can see, the suspension really working right here. You can really see where it shines. Let me go ahead and just back up a little bit so you guys can really see it all work. I'm going off the course here. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm going to have a link to it soon, like an actual Steam link, but I just gotta figure out what all mods I use, because if you guys don't know, I have like 40 different mods that I use all together at once. Like, if you go ahead and look at my inventory, I've got a ton. Like, there's a lot. That's the point. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and figure out what mods go where and all that. If you guys know what mod goes where, go ahead and tell me in the comments in the description. Yeah, you guys can totally do that. Go ahead and tell me in the comments below if you guys know what all mods are on this thing. And if the creation doesn't work for you, go ahead and tell me as well, either on Steam or in the comments. Either one works. You know, to go ahead and tell me whether I need another mod and I just don't realize it or what. I do like using mods and I find them better, and with how these wheels work, these wheels are a whole lot better. Because they actually make sense and they actually look like the real ones. Well, as close as I can get to them. Because some of the off-road wheels that I have a lot of old mods too, so some of the off-road wheels don't really work properly. But yeah. So that's gonna be it basically for this video. Like I said, I'll leave a link once I go ahead and put this up on the Steam Workshop. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can get it. And yeah, so if you guys did enjoy, my name is deadmau5, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.